Okay, so silver is back in news. Prices are going up, supplies are getting tighter. More industries are using silver, even though it is usually not, it does not get much attention as like gold gets. That might sound strange to you, right? Because silver is neither oil, it is neither coal, it isn't even copper. But what's happening with silver tells us something important about how the world is trying to change the way it produces energy. So every big change in energy has followed some pattern. It fixes one problem and it creates a new problem. So coal replaced wood and helped save forest, but it filled cities with smoke. Oil replaced coal and made travel cheaper, but it tied the world to fossil fuels. Natural gas made city air more cleaner, but it didn't really fix climate change problem. Each change felt like the progress at the time. The downside only showed up once everything got scaled up. Solar energy fits into the same story. So let's see how this story is similar to those of other like our past stories. Solar is often sold as a clean answer. No smoke, no fuel, no engines moving around. Once solar panels are installed, they produce electricity with very little pollution. Costs have dropped a lot, and more panels are being installed every year. Governments like solar because it helps climate goals and reduce the need to import energy. That's why many people see solar as a complete solution. Replace coal plants with solar panels, add batteries, and the problem seems mostly solved, right? But that's not the reality. The biggest problem with solar is simple. The sun does not match how people use electricity. Solar panels produce the power mostly in the middle of the day during the daytime, but electricity is usually used in evening times. When you come back to home, you turn on your lights, you cook, you use appliances. So power is produced when it's not really needed, and it disappears when demand is highest. So to fix this, power grids needs better transmission lines, larger batteries, and backup power plants. All these cost a lot of money and store power for limited time and wear out every time. That's why even countries that use a lot of solar still depends on fossil fuels, hydropower, or nuclear energy after sunset. There is another side of solar that doesn't get much talked about, making the panels themselves. Solar panels don't burn fuel, but they need a lot of raw materials: silicon for cells, aluminium for frames, copper for wiring, silver for electrical connections, special glass to protect everything. For the amount of electricity they produce, solar panels use more materials than coal or gas power plants. Mining and processing, these materials take a lot of energy, and most of it still comes from fossil fuels. A large part of solar panel population pollution happens before it ever starts producing electricity. Panels do make up for this over time, but it doesn't happen overnight. So, as more solar panels are built, the need for copper and silver has been kept growing. In 2023, making solar cells used about 14% of world's silver supply. Copper is needed everywhere, not just in solar panel but also in electric vehicles, charging stations, power lines, and grid upgrades. When demands grows faster than supply, prices go up. So higher silver and copper prices aren't just a market hype; they are also connected to the shift towards cleaner energy. There is always a gap. There also a gap between who benefits and who pays. Mining damage happens close to mines. Local communities deal with polluted water, damaged land, and waste. The clean electricity, though, is used far away, often in cities thousands of kilometers away from material from where it came from. When we add grid upgrades, recycling old panels, and policy changes into the mix, solar starts to look more complicated than it first appears. None of this means solar is a bad idea. Solar is cheap, Solar is easy to scale and a much cleaner than burning coal or oil. It will remain an important part of future energy system. But solar is clean where where electricity is produced and not where raw materials are mined. It lowers emissions slowly over time, and it can't fully replace power sources that run all day and all night. The real problem isn't investing too much in solar. It's thinking solar alone is enough without upgrading grids, building storage, and planning for reliable backup power. Until those issues are seriously taken, solar will keep solving some problems while quietly creating the new ones. Let me know your thoughts about this. Thank you.